Good evening, students. Today we have discussed the selection of soft magnetic materials and hard magnetic materials in the class. The highlights of the class again we have to discuss in video. Yesterday it is observed that the rating of electrical machine depends upon two factors. One, magnetic loading, second one, electric loading. The magnetic loading is related to flux density or flux developed in the machine. Similarly, the electric loading depends upon magnitude of current flowing through the conductor. Later on, in general, higher flux density is required or spontaneous magnetization is required for particular rating of machine. Hence, in which material possess higher magnetic properties. Yesterday it is observed that ferromagnetic materials, again in ferromagnetic materials we are getting better magnetic properties. Today we have to discuss soft magnetic materials and different possibility of soft magnetic materials. The soft magnetic materials are characterized by narrow or low hysteresis loop, and hysteresis loop will affect the hysteresis loss. The hysteresis loss will affect the performance of the machine. Getting the idea? The hysteresis loss must be low. Then we have to select hysteresis loop will be narrow. Such materials are referred as soft magnetic materials, and these are also characterized by low coercive force. What are the different types of soft magnetic materials? It is broadly classified into three: solid core materials, electrical sheet and strip, special purpose alloys. You may expect one question from the VTU side. Discuss the soft magnetic materials. Getting the idea? Discuss the soft magnetic materials for 8 marks. It may be there. Then first category, solid magnetic materials. In soft magnetic materials only, what are the solid magnetic materials? Point number 1, these solid magnetic materials are used where the steady flux is required. It is used as to produce magnetism. In such circuits, such electrical machines where steady flux is to be developed, such as in case of DC machines, that is field winding, and DC electromagnets in different measuring applications, and relays, different type of relays are working in power systems where the electromagnetic required, so the relay is used. Generally you remember where steady flux is required, constant flux is required, and other properties are same. These are characterized by high permeability, particularly at high flux densities. Another desirable property is there, low hysteresis loss. These are referred as solid magnetic materials. Again, in this category, soft iron, relay steel, cast steel, ferrocobalt. Now, low iron, carbon, silicon steel alloy can be used under this category. Iron, it is one of the ferromagnetic material we are knowing. It produces good magnetism as well as higher permeability value, higher magnetism, spontaneous magnetization. Adding the contents like carbon and silicon, the harmful impurity is carbon. If we are adding the carbon, then it may sharply raises the coercive force, one of unwanted property, and the hysteresis loss also it increases. Both properties are not required. Hence, content of carbon in particular magnetic materials should be less. If you are adding these, then coercive force is increased, then hysteresis loss is increased. These two properties are not desired. Another important property of silicon, it increases the grain sizes in magnetic materials. Hence, the increase in the grain size in the direction of magnetic field, it increases the magnetic properties. Spontaneous magnetization can be produced. You remember these 2 points very clearly. You remember these 2 points very clearly. What is the function of carbon? What is the function of silicon? Hence, low carbon electrical steel, iron loss. Iron have a comparatively low resistivity. Getting the idea? All materials, different materials may be required for different applications. You remember one steady flux. Hence, next soft magnetic materials is there. We require very low coercive force, low hysteresis loss. Another important application, because of their lower resistivity, these materials are having larger eddy current loss. When these materials are operated at higher flux densities in AC field, when such materials are operated under AC field at higher flux density, hence the development of larger eddy current loss, it cannot be used, or its use is restricted for weaker AC fields or DC fields. Now, it is not suitable for alternating fields. What is the flux density developed? Eddy current loss increases. Therefore, it produces the steady flux for DC applications we can use, or its application is limited for weak alternating current fields. Number 2, cast iron. Again, this material has lower relative permeability. Lower relative permeability means lower magnetization properties, but it is mainly used or mainly focused on field frame. It can be used for field frame where the cost is primary importance, where the cost is primary importance. At the same time, machine becomes extra weight, no objectionable. It takes as secondary. The first application is field frame, we have to use, weight is secondary. Next one, grey cast iron. It is also one of the soft magnetic material. It is magnetically inferior as compared to steel and rough iron. It shows easily casting property. That means it is best in casting property. Hence, its main use focus towards the where casting is necessary. Casting is necessary for complex shapes. Such a condition, this grey cast iron should be more useful. It contains the gradients. Cast iron contains 2.7 to 3.6 carbon, 2 to 2.7 silicon, 0.15 to 0.5% phosphorus, 0.15 sulfur. Number 4, cast steel. The cast steel is extensively used for such magnetic circuits, again which can carry steady flux, but here the main concentration towards the its better mechanical properties, that is superior mechanical properties. Hence, good quality of cast steel consists carbon 5.5%, silicon 0.2%, manganese 2.5%, phosphorus 0.08%, sulfur 0.05%. You remember here the mechanical property is your main consideration. Then similarly, soft steel, it is the rolled and welded frame soft magnetic steel plates are now widely used in cast steel. Okay, in the place of cast steel, it may be in sheet form, sheet plates. Okay, now coming to the very highlight of this soft magnetic is ferro cobalt. This is one very important. I earlier told that alloying is required to get the better performance, which is not by iron, cobalt and nickel. Those are also useful. Still some special applications, still better permeability is required. That means higher magnetizing property is required in some sophisticated applications. Under such condition, that means where high permeability, that is high magnetization is required, it is generally expected 10% extra flux density can be produced than that of iron. 10% extra flux density can be produced than that of iron. It is relatively high and its use is limited to pole pieces where high magnetizing is required, high magnetization is required. Hence, its use is limited because of increase in cost, but there is no problem of magnetism properties. Better magnetism or still high magnetism, 10% high flux density is produced, but only drawback is cost. Cost is secondary thing. Now second type of material is electrical steel sheets, non-oriented. In earlier days, the sheet materials are used in magnetic circuits of electrical machines or cores of transformers. The sheet material of iron with low content of carbon or other impurities are to be constructed. Such type of alloy can be used. But here this material has main drawback. This sheet structure has a drawback due to aging. Aging is one phenomenon. Its magnetic properties are deteriorating. That means magnetic properties are going to reduce. Deterioration of magnetic property or performance of magnetic properties are reduces during the service. Age means as the age increases, the performance of insulation decreases. That is the idea. The same thing here. As the age increases, performance of the machine decreases due to increase in leakage reactance. The same manner, the age increases, the magnetic properties are disturbed or deterioration. It is not 100%, similar to the dielectric strength of insulation, liquid insulation. Hence, its coercive force, what is the earlier, before service, what is the value of coercive force, what is the value of hysteresis loss, that those values changes. That means increases. Material loses their soft magnetic properties. Due to this action, cumulative overheating results. Later on, it may breakdown will occur. Hence, at present, to overcome these properties, to overcome this aging, now we can possible to use same content of sheet structure by adding or by allowing silicon and iron. By adding the silicon, we can overcome the disadvantage of aging problem. At present, silicon steel laminations are used in electrical machines and transformers. It contains 0.3 to 4.5% of silicon. Hence, the electrical sheet steels available varies from with low silicon content, therefore possess good permeability, high ductility, high losses. These materials are having high silicon content. Hence, we have to limit again by increasing the silicon content. That also changes the above properties. It may be there. That means you should not select too much higher value of silicon content. That also affectable. By considering which property, either higher permeability, ductility and losses, if you go on increasing one, then other will affect. If you are making hysteresis loss, eddy current loss will be affect. You are reducing the other thing, then it may affect in other side. Hence, required property decides the impurity of silicon percentage. Such materials, it may be again same properties, permeability, ductility and losses. These electrical sheet steels may be manufactured either by hot rolling or cold rolling methods. Hot rolling and cold rolling methods we have to see in next class. What you mean by hot rolling, what you mean by cold rolling. Thank you to one and all.